Hey everyone, so we got to the ferry landing, and to catch the boat we thought they had a 12 o'clock boat, but they do not. They changed it, and we didn't check. We just assumed it was it was going to be here, and so we both got, my husband and I, we both got pretty frustrated because, what are we going to do for the next 2 hours? And I decided that I would go find some reference photos. So I came out, walked the beach, and am looking at these boats that are pulled up and being fixed on dry land. And let me show you what I'm thinking about. So this is one of the boats. Trying to see where a good composition is. I squat down to get a different height. If I'm using the rule of thirds, getting it in that little third area. If I'm going to go over this way to get more C, but that's not very interesting. Generally, as is, I don't see very much that excites me about this. It's not bad, and I could work with it. Let's go more on the light side and see what happens there. Okay, here's something that I wanted to say. Standing right in front, this is not a good composition. Dividing the boat in half, it just doesn't work well. I think you'd have to be a very, very strong artist to be able to pull something like that off. But this one is quite nice. Okay, so a couple things you want to work with is this line here, this not going out the corner of your painting. You would want to raise it up or bring it down like that, but not coming out, not shooting out or giving it more foreground. But even so, you don't want that line dividing your canvas diagonally, so you want to work with that. Maybe something like that. But I like the trees coming down. I would not paint the car, obviously, and I like that a lot better. Yeah, so maybe that has potential. So these wooden pegs, what they use to hold up the boat, these could be very interesting if you put them in your composition, either in the shadow or in the light, to help guide the eye to the focal area. That's a tool that you could add in. Okay, here is the other side of this boat. Maybe. I guess I don't know. Even if I went down and got more of the sand in front, it could work. Probably getting that, what is that called? The steering thing, right? At the back of the boat. It could work, but I guess it doesn't really excite me. So I think when you're not really excited about something, you don't do it. It's not your calling. Well, it's the boat closer up. I kind of like the cactus here, the cacti. And the movement in, if we get rid of that little cabin thing, it makes for a better composition. Maybe. Maybe. There's our island. Here are a couple of boats that have been pulled up. and worked on. And this actually makes a pretty nice composition. You have the sea on the right hand side and the boat, which is in shadow, which leads to that beautiful orange boat, and the trees coming down, you know, on that side and just kind of coming in, and then the road going back. This is a very nice little composition, and I think I want to paint this. Let's go see what happens on the other side. So you see, you have to just go out and do different versions. You have to go from one side to the other, get a look at it, see what's going on. Oh, and I just saw something else. Let's go take a look at that. Well, I love this little tractor. You would have to work with the trees in the background. Maybe I would make this a more of in a portrait mode, and ignoring those light posts most likely. Maybe if I step back, okay, that's if I step back. Not enough going on to make the tractor. I mean, there's no reason, there's just nothing interesting going on here that has any purpose in the painting of the tractor. So nope, not this one. Now just moving up closer, this one actually works better, focusing on the tractor. Even then, the post in the background, the light post, plays a role then. Maybe I would keep it a light post, but maybe I would make it into a tree trunk, which kind of just grounds and brings us down to this little guy here. So this one works quite well. Okay, this scene right here I like very much. Not with all the foreground stuff in it, but maybe it actually could work if I don't get too locked up in the in the colors, just using like that little cabin area as a pointer and as a way towards the orange, and then here this trailer, and I can work the trees coming down to point also to that boat, and the boat in the background, that one right there, to be played down and not as not pop it as much as I would the orange. This one is really, really nice, and I think the best scene of all of them. I like this one quite a bit. Just a different angle, and it's important to get the different angles, try things out this way and that. And what happens if I add, that might work. I'm just trying all these new different ideas. You don't want to divide your canvas up, but a little bit of the tip, the front of this boat over here, right? It would connect to that. I don't know if I'd put that in. I'd probably just do the C, bring the orange boat in. That's a possibility. Don't know. Here's the same scene farther back. That works as well. I've got the clouds coming down very effectively to this boat, and the upward cloud moving down, and those little cloudlets also kind of directing. This one might work. I'm going to take a picture of that one. Got some pretty good images, and you see how we go about and play around with different ideas. I am going now to down this little road. There's some little homes here. I don't know if I'm going to find anything this way, but who knows? Well, that's an interesting tree trunk. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, so this right here is not a good composition. And the reason being is you've got this bush, which is like what, this size, and then you've got the road, which is the same size, and then over here, that side, the same distance between the main masses. And, you know, the fence going into the background, big deal, right? It's not really pointing to anything. So let's just keep going and see. I'll show you what I'm looking at. There's a boat over there. I just love fishing boats. There's something just really calming about them. Let's see what we got here. From this angle, I'm not really finding anything that is usable. Let's go see what happens from this angle. Let's see where we are. It's really lovely. I wish I had my bathing suit. So something like that, yeah, it's not saying very much. Again, you don't do a 3/4 angle is really good. Let's go. This is nicer, but I need to get in the water to, I'm pulling up my jeans. Let's see if I can get a decent, I want to get some of the back there, like that. Maybe. I'm going to take a few pictures of that. That's what I've got so far. I think I'm just going to sit on the beach and enjoy the sun until the ferry boat comes. You know, we're so close to the mainland. It'd be nice if they had a little bridge, you know, but there's not enough people on the island or that much tourism. And frankly, it's kind of nice getting on the ferry boat and taking that 10-15 minute ride across. There is a sense of just mildly detaching yourself from all the luxuries and comforts of the mainland. And there's some positive things to that. So I'll keep looking on the positive side of things. Have a great day, you guys. I hope this was helpful.